Hello everyone, and welcome to today's stream. Today, we are playing Summer and Mara. My only experience with the game so far is I played a demo on the Switch nearly a month ago now, because I had a lot of free time for some unfortunate reasons, and it seemed like it'd be enjoyable, so we'll see how it goes. The demo seems to be a prologue of sorts, so I don't know how it reflects the full game entirely. But it's got like gardening and stuff, and animal care. So it's a lot like a lot of the other games I've ended up playing on stream so far, I suppose. So yeah, we'll be playing Summer and Mara. I started up the game, obviously to set up the hooking for the stream as well. And there might be some resolution issues, because you can't adjust it as far as I can tell. But hopefully things will work out. Hopefully the UI scales properly so that it can be seen properly. Because the monitor I have is a really large television I got for like dirt cheap. So my resolution is higher than it reasonably should be. And it shows on stream if I don't minimize it to a much smaller size. So hopefully it doesn't pose an issue. Anyway, we'll switch over to the live tab now, I suppose. And we'll see about starting up the game, if we can. Started up properly earlier, but hopefully it doesn't pose an issue. It's locking my mouse to the center of the screen so far. Okay. So when I launch through Steam, it doesn't... like, it defaults to full screen, but it doesn't go on the front. So what you're seeing there, because I can see the stream in the background for myself here, it's showing the main menu there, I guess. But I don't actually have the window open. I need to go and manually select it. It also says to start with A, but I'm going to just use mouse and keyboard. Do I have the audio set to start up? I don't recall if I turned that on. Okay, I did. The audio is on. So I'll show you the settings here and the reason why I can't adjust the resolution. There's the move camera options, quality, the languages. There's a lot of languages as well, which is nice to see. Although I only speak English myself, it's good to see that diversity to it. There's also music and sound effects volumes. I can't scroll here. And these are the controls. I was hoping to change quest to J, but it looks like it's stuck there. Alright, let's start, I guess. Well, out on the ocean fishing. An explosion from a neighboring boat. It was me. I caused the explosion. I am the baby. All according to plan. Alright, that was kind of short. Here I am, sitting up on top of the house. Very much a me thing I'd do. Okay, oh, that's my phone announcing the start of stream, so I'll put that on vibrate real quick. While we just stare at me standing on top of the house being confused. Okay. Let's go. Oh. So I can do some basic jumping, which is nice. This is from the demo. This is just all demo stuff. Oh, what's that? I don't know what that's supposed to be. Okay, shift to sprint. I can harvest things, but it won't let me right now. So we'll go through the tutorial. Koa, were you on the roof again? No, Yaya. I just saw you coming down. Isn't there work to do? On the island, there's always work to do. We need oranges to make juice for breakfast. I'm too old to get them by myself. Oranges for the lady, coming right up. I gotta get 3 oranges. This has a very Unity game feel to it, just from the button prompt there. I don't know if it actually is. I didn't bother to check what engine the game is using. But it definitely has that Unity game feel to it. Alright. Get ourselves one orange. 2 oranges. And here's a third. Yeah, this seems like it's going to be a very relaxing game just from the demo here. Or what was in the demo here. Because this is literally the demo so far. Where you just got like this island to yourself, doing whatever. I'm hoping it's an actually relaxing game. But it'll also be interesting if it has an actual story to it. There seemed to be the hint of a story starting at the end of the demo. But, here you have the most beautiful oranges on the island. Thank you very much. This juice is delicious. Now I feel energized. I'm glad to hear that. Remember this, Koa. You can win anyone's heart with food. And now we have to prepare a new crop field. Okay, I'll watch how you do it from here. Oh no, you're clearly quite the young adult. You can do it yourself. Pick up a hoe and prepare the field. You'll be able to plant these carrot seeds afterwards. To finish, get water from the well and pour it over them. Will I have to shower after? You will if you get muddy. Yeah, I'm always muddy. Alright, orange transfer for carrot seeds. Now I can make orange juice. And I got a hoe. And obviously the carrot seeds. Actually, my UI is kind of blocking off what tool I'm using. Oh, okay. So it takes multiple steps to prepare the field. We'll plant carrot seeds. Okay. Now we gotta get water from the well. Okay. Okay, I just walk around with it then? The fields look so good after sowing. Alright. Everything is ready, ma'am. Right. Now we need to collect some firewood. But I lost my old axe. We'll have to make a new one. Can I do it? Sure, why not? All you need is a stone and a bit of wood. Great, I'll have my very own axe. We will see. Here, take the materials, go inside the house, and build it at the workshop. We'll meet afterward beside the old tree. I'm just going to switch tabs for a second here. Okay, it looks like it's showing up decently. I'm going to check the stream as well. It's showing... Oh, I hear myself double there. I'm concerned about the UI as well. Okay, it looks like it's visible. I'm hoping it's properly readable. Okay, accept. I'll make a new axe in the house. No house exploration, I guess? It was like this in the demo as well. I'll make an axe. I have to be careful with this axe. It's very sharp. Koa's shirt reminds me of the shirt you start off with in Legend of Zelda Wind Waker. Except it's got a fish instead of a lobster on it. Okay. So we got our axe here. Oh, the music changed. No, don't want to cut it down. I just want to take the... There we go. Excuse me. Alright. No fall damage. I wonder what kind of logs we'll get. Just normal ones, I guess? No real variety to them? Let's see. Anything out here? Doesn't look like it. Oh, there's a boat over there. Oh, there's something on the ground here as well. Can't do anything with that, though. Anything along the shoreline? Doesn't look like it. Oh, how about over here? There's some cacti for some reason. Okay. Doesn't seem to be any stamina that I can see. So I can pretty much run forever as long as I'm holding shift. Boat. I can't go on the boat. I seem to be swimming without any problem, at least. I don't think I could jump in the water, though. You got a worm! I actually got an achievement for that. Scout? Pig. Pigoo. Yeah, look at this axe. Good. Now we have to cut down this tree. Oh, I feel sorry for it. I feel sorry for it too. But what we take from nature we must be given back. We live in Mara. Life flows through this big ocean surrounding us. If we take advantage of nature, it's our duty to compensate for the things we took. We are part of this cycle. Koa, none of the things you see are yours. Mara lent them to us. I like it. Should I cut down the tree now? What do we say? Thank you, tree. Take a seed. When you're finished cutting down the tree, go plant the seed somewhere on the island. That's an equal exchange. I got a pine nut. Yeah, let's cut down the tree. And there we go. Tree felled. I think I got a separate seed from that as well, or... No, I guess not. I don't know how to actually plant another seed, though. Do I have an inventory? Okay. Why not? I don't know how to use this. I can't just use the hoe. It's, not really intuitive on this front. I don't know how to plant the seed. Let's ask her if she'll explain it. I wouldn't give you this task if you couldn't do it. Well, apparently I can't, because I can't figure out how to plant the seed. I've only got resume and exit. Well, this is an odd stalling point. I didn't expect to be stuck trying to plant a single seed. It's not like I planted back in the yard over there, do I? I could have sworn I was able to plant it like anywhere around here. Let's give it a shot, I guess. We'll prepare the field. No vegetables. So then, what am I... How do I plant the seed? I don't remember... right click suddenly works to plant. Okay. I'll plant it here. Boop. Done. Do I need to water it? I don't think I do. I'm just gonna run around like this. Okay, I can't jump. Alright, seed planted. I guess we're done. The tree is now planted. I hope it grows very tall. If you take good care of it, I'm sure it'll become gigantic. I'll water it every day, Yaya. Alright, Koa. Do you want to learn a new recipe? We'll make orange jam. It's a very easy recipe. Go to the kitchen at home and prepare. Go at home and prepare some. Okay, we got some sugar, and we can make some orange jam now. I see the house is waiting for us with its marker there. Kitchen. Orange jam. This jam is delicious. I'm going to bring Yaya some of it. Well, she is the one that asked us to make it. Nope. Where'd she go? Oh, down there. Okay. Fishing time? Yeah, try the jam. Oh, are we going to have fish for dinner? It depends on whether or not they take the bait. We will see. What about cooking yummy fish? Listen to the recipe, Yoa. You'll need a fresh red-tail catfish, then you chop some carrots. Why do pirates never come here? And then we add... Hey, Yaya, why do pirates never come here? What? Are you paying attention to me? I can see them from the mountain. They're always far away and never come here. Maybe because there's nothing they are interested in. It's a very tiny island. We have the door and the fountain, Neo and Now. The island is very beautiful. That's true, but we're not taking care of it for others. We take care of the island because it's important to maintain it. Although I sometimes leave, I always come back. Because of you and our house. And even when I'm gone, I never stop thinking about the island. Our home reflects what we think of ourselves. We have to love ourselves, right? Right. Well, what were we talking about? About dinner. Yes, that, but what was I saying? Well, never mind. It's getting late, Koa. I need fuel for the boat. Fill the tank and bring it to the dock. Of course, Lady Haku. Got an old tank and a recipe for a resin float. Okay, so we'll see if we can figure out how to go fishing. You make a fishing rod. Okay. So we gotta figure out how to get that float, I guess. So let's go check out our recipes. Can we pick up any chickens? I can't, we can just feed them. Apparently I fed it, but I don't know what I fed it with. And it's following me now. I'm sure that if I plant some chocolate, it will grow more chocolate. Oh, we can harvest these now. Might as well do that then. Harvesting. I don't have a key for that chest, I guess. Kitchen, we've already done all that. Workshop. Resin float, we can make. And for tools, there aren't any recipes available. So I don't know what that resin float actually does. Let's check our inventory. Why do I have this chick following me? Why are you following me? I don't have any food for it, I guess. Resin float. Cheap cork for making poor quality rods. It's not very valuable among fishers. And we've got we've got a couple worms that are used for a variety of fish. Oh, there's something in the bush there. I can cut it down. Okay. Well, Yaya teach us how to fish. Nope, just giving us a random task. I'm gonna hit the control button for this, because I wanted to change it to J, but I can't. Collect fuel. I don't know actually how to collect fuel, though. What's the fuel from? Need a better hammer to collect these ores, I guess. Usually bats in the cave, but there are none left. Okay. So I'm guessing this is the door. Oh, there's the fuel. What is this? Yep, I filled the tank. I'll climb up the mountain as well. Because why not? Easily climbed. Now and Neo don't talk much, but they don't tell me off either. So I'm guessing these are Neo now. Is that holding coral? Okay. We've got a brazier here, I guess is what they're called. And we've got some oranges here. Gimme. Got ourselves some fuel, so let's go down to the boat. Actually, we can go in the water and swim with the fishes. Not that it does much. Okay, boat time. Whoa, I don't know what happened there, but I walked off the edge. Okay, over here. Have a safe journey, Yaya. Remember what I asked you for? What did you ask for? Chocolate! If you want to stay, I can take the boat and buy it. In a few years, maybe, you can visit the city with me. The sea is very dangerous. You should never sail alone. And what about you? Actually, it's okay. I let you sail alone. Goodbye, boat. I'm going to surprise Yaya by preparing dinner. I'll try the yummy fish recipe. Let's see, first I need to catch a red-tailed catfish at the pond. Yaya took her fishing rod with her. I'm going to make one for myself at the workshop. I just need some materials. Alright, I've got some recipes here. Also, I see you're enjoying the new Bunny Bongo emote. Well, the emote's not new, but I know your access to it is new, I suppose. Thanks to the gift subs from before. Okay, let's make ourselves a wooden rod. And do some fishing. What was in the recipe for fish? Fish, some carrots. Didn't listen to the rest of it. It is a new game, yep. Let me know if the UI is having any issues, because I can't adjust the resolution, but hopefully it's readable. I can now cook yummy fish, question mark. Go to the lake and do some fishing. Also, I can see some birds are apparently up around. Yeah, there's some seagulls there. Yeah, this game was on sale on Steam, and I tried the demo of it on the Switch, so... Okay, it's good that you can read. I was concerned about that because I couldn't adjust it. I don't know how to actually do this. Oh, D. S? What am I doing here? Okay, gotta follow the fish back and forth? I caught one! Yeah, I tried the demo on the Switch a couple weeks ago, and saw it was on sale on Steam for like 60% off, so I bought it. Yeah, unfortunately the loading, I can't do much about that. Which reminds me that I probably should have set it to record the VOD. I'll just download it off of Twitch, but I really need to get better at hitting the record button so I can start uploading these to YouTube. Hey, work's still up. She doesn't let me go near anything that can harm me. Is that why she gave you an axe? Alright, let's make some yummy fish, question mark. Very, very rarely. I need to get better at that. I've only got like 3 VODs and they're currently private. I need to actually work on uploading that properly. Yeah, the fish does not look right. I hope it's still edible. If it gets too dark, I won't be able to get back. I must light the fire atop the mountain so I can guide her. I just need a torch. That's easy. Yeah, you taught me how to make them. I think some wood should be enough. Let's make ourselves a torch. Because we've got the wood for it. Alright. Fire can be dangerous. Good thing I remembered. Whenever I tried to download VODs on Twitch, it's on HT. Yeah, part of the problem with downloading from Twitch as well is that if there's a connection issue between me and Twitch, which sometimes there is, because I know sometimes parts get cut out, they get cut out in the VOD as well, obviously. So it doesn't end up being a complete record. I was looking for the auto-record option on Streamlabs a couple days ago, because I thought there was one. But apparently it doesn't seem like it's a built-in option on Streamlabs. Which is a bit of a shame. I was hoping it was. Okay, we'll light the torch. I'm sure that if I run really fast, I can reach the top in no time. Sure, why not? Ta-da! Reach the top. I think I can see Yaya from here. I'm glad she arrived safe and sound. I hope she brought my chocolate. Yeah, let's go light all the other torches as well. Oh, it went out. Is that it? Okay, I'll just leave it at that, I guess. I'll leave the rest unlit. Yeah, I really need to remember to hit the record button. Okay, here's Yaya. Yaya, did you bring back chocolate? I forgot. Oh, Yaya. If I knew that, I wouldn't have cooked dinner. Did you cook dinner? Yes, that fish recipe you like so much. It's not very good. I wasn't inspired. Yeah, I know it's an option in OBS, but, yeah. Like, there's like an actual record button on Streamlabs right next to the Go Live button. I just forgot to press it. Don't worry, Koa. This was your first time. It's normal. Talent has to be nurtured. Practice is what matters. And not being afraid of failing and being wrong. Make dinner tomorrow, and the day after, and every day after that. Until you get it right. Don't run away from your mistakes. Next time will be better. Sorry about that. And that's it. Come to the Guardian's door. Why? I want to tell you something. But first, take this key and go get the crystal sphere I keep in my chest. Your chest? Yes. You never let me look inside your chest. Today is different. We'll meet at the door. I got a key. Let's go check out that chest, I guess. Put on my laptop and watch from there. That's the opposite of my laptop. I have a Chromebook for mine, and it is the worst. It's when I was at my parents' place a couple weeks ago. There was one day I couldn't stream, and that was the reason why. And I tried watching some streams with it, and it was just terrible. Like it wouldn't load. It was better off with my phone. The chest is full of trinkets of mine, and lots of letters and papers. Hako keeps everything, but not a single treasure. I'm going to bring Yaya the Crystallis, which kind of looks like some blue coral and like an amber sphere. Running past all of the animals through the cave. And here we are. What did you want to tell me, Yaya? Do you remember the story about the Guardians? Yeah, the internet I was using on my laptop was really bad there. Especially since it's a Chromebook, it was pretty iffy to start with. But the phone was using my data plan, so it worked out. They protected the sea and the door. That's it. Whenever there's any danger, they met here and opened the door with the 4 chrysalis. Will the door open at some point? Only when Mara is truly threatened. It will open when the 4 chrysalis are placed here, as if they were 4 keys. I wish I could see what's inside. It's not the time for that. What happened to the guardians? They disappeared little by little. Very few people understood their work. It is sad. In my opinion, this world runs on the cooperation between people. You see the spiral on the door. Although they seem to be separated dots, everything is connected by the spiral. The wind... Just... the wind... Like when you ask me for stuff, and I help you. Yes. Even though you're always grumbling. Well, I would rather do nothing. Don't you like lying on the grass? Of course, who doesn't? But being responsible is very important. When one of those dots disappears, everything collapses. Koa, you must help others, always. How? By bringing them something they need. Or planting a seed. Every action, as small as they may seem, can be beneficial to others. Do we have to help everyone? Even if they are mean? There are mean people that are lost and need help. But there are other people that are truly mean. How will I tell the difference? You'll know by looking them in the eye. Invite them out to eat. You say that a lot, Yaya. You have to win their hearts to food. That's okay. There, that's it, Koa. Don't forget. Time to go to bed. Already? The day passed by so quickly. Good night, little guardian. Really was blue coral, huh? Remember to water the crops every day. Take care of the door. Don't mess with the door. Blah, 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 the door. We climb up the door, though. Don't think we can. But we might be able to. We're real sneaky about it. Oh, we can! So that fuel is coming from inside the door. I can't... Oh, I can walk on the fuel. Okay. Just remember to water the crops every day. Time to run home. We'll run over the mountain, because it's funnier that way. Maybe light some torches along the way. There's one. There's some more down here. There's one. There's another. Is it just the 3? 1, 2. Third one? 3. Yeah, seem to be it. I like the ones down here, though. Oh, they're actually already all lit. Well, time to go to sleep, I guess. I feel like this is shorter than the demo was. I don't know why. Sleepy time. This was where the demo ended, so this is all new to me now. Why am I in a different shirt? I become a pirate? I get a car? I'm assuming that's a villain? You know, I just have it in my head that Yaya is going to end up passing away, and that's going to be the reason I have to go on an adventure, but, it doesn't seem like it's so far. Adventure! Pirates. They came to the island. There's a lot of variety in the people. And it seems there's a town we'll be going to. I think, from what I remember, when I was checking out the producer of the game, or the studio behind, you know, whoever was behind the game, I think they also released a visual novel set in the same universe. It's actually free. I haven't played it, but it's a thing I saw when I was checking out the game. Apparently there's not a single pirate ship in sight, and our shirt has changed. Now I'm starving to death. Make some berry juice, apparently. I'm gonna collect some berries from wild bushes. I think I've grown taller, actually. I don't see Yaya around. Not inside the house. I don't have the key for the chest right now. Yeah, I'm definitely older than I was in the original part of the game, the tutorial. So I don't know how the chickens from the coop, or from the chicken coop, learned how to fly. Wait, so there's no chickens because they learned how to fly and escaped? Really? A little chicken sign, that's cute. An anime in this world would be pretty cute as well, actually. I haven't checked, but it'd be interesting to see if they actually have something like that. I just need to mash these berries and that's it. Okay. I'll just grab a bunch of these berries, I guess. Those naughty piggies that went away swimming one day. I miss them so much. So the pigs swam off the island to escape. I have not been taking care of the island very well. So much for all those lessons from Yaya. I learned nothing. Can we plant? Okay, we can. Plant. Yep, chicken flies, pigs swim. Watch it be all the fish escape from the lake as well. Or the pond, I guess. Oh, what's this? Take. Don't know what that is, but I got something. Grab the worms and go fishing. Up. Got a red-tailed catfish. So there's one. Oh, I just noticed the time in the top right-hand corner as well. Really? You even let the boat? Okay, fine. Why have you not been taking care of anything? So much for learning from Yaya. You've learned nothing. You have to take care of the island. You have to take care of everything. I've done nothing. Everything has gone wrong. We'll cut down one tree, I guess. Grab all that stuff, and plant another pine nut. Alright. Got ourselves some oranges as well. I wonder what this is going to be. Because the others are all labeled, like there's the sheep area there, there's the pig area over there, the chickens. Don't know what that is. The path has also not been maintained. That doesn't really change anything at all. Can I light the torches at least? We'll find out in a minute. Set? Oh, I can. I can turn them on. Alright. Torch. Fire lit. Oh, I can sit. Okay. Oh, they're all missing and not taken care of at all. I have not been a good child. Oh, what's this? I need a better hoe. Okay. Okay. Yeah, is definitely dead. It's been implied, but not outright stated. I've been looking for the shiny stones from the door all over the island, but I can't find them. Yeah. I don't have any more crystals. But yeah, that's fairly implied that Yaya's left, but hasn't outright stated it yet. I also can't do any mining, can I? Let's check. I said I needed a better hammer before, but I don't even have a hammer. Need a better hammer. Need a better hammer. I don't even have a hammer. Do I need to water that? I don't think I do. Alright, lots of free food on the island. A little pig sign. Alright, let's go make ourselves some juice before the day ends, because I've been wasting a lot of time. Enter kitchen, blackberry juice, craft. It's tasty, but I've only been eating wild fruits lately. I should plant the fields. Or take a nap. No, wait. I must prepare the fields. And plant. And harvest. Oof, work is exhausting. Got the recipe for grilled fish. But I still have the option of making the yummy fish, question mark. Yeah, this is fine. No tools. Can only make the bobber thing. Oh, I didn't want to sleep. Okay, well, I slept apparently. I don't know if that's a bad thing or not. It just sort of ended the day, I guess. Plant. Yeah, work is exhausting. Be nice if it was like work you enjoyed doing at least, but no, work is definitely not. Oops, I didn't water the fields. Koa, shame on you. I should build a new well, but I would need a hammer to do it. Maybe I can gather materials if I destroy the old ruined well with the axe. Don't remember where I put my last hammer. Maybe I can make a new one. Okay, I can... Why did you let the well... Whatever. Seriously? Why have you not been taking care of anything? Where did the other well go? Because there was a well here. What have you been doing? Okay, let's... do more planting. Plant that there as well. I'll plant carrot seeds here as well. I can't clean the rest of this, I don't think. Need a better hammer. Need a better hoe. So yeah, no more clearing right now, but let's get ourselves a hammer. Ta-da! Metal hammer. Used for building and smashing stones, collecting materials. I need something else. Oh, now I know. A bucket. I have to make a bucket for the new well. I will gather more materials. Now make a bucket, and fences, and a bunch of stuff. Okay, workshop. I don't have the thread for the rope. I don't know how to get that. Oh, we've got a bucket. After making the bucket, what was it that Yaya said? A well is a very simple thing. A hole in the ground, wood, and stone. Doesn't seem that simple to me. I'll have to cut some trees down. With the hammer, I'll be able to break some stones in the cave. I'm pretty handy. I can now build a hammer. Or no, build a well, rather. I don't know how. So right-clicking. I don't have enough stone or wood. So we need to cut some trees. Choppy choppy. The tree I planted around here didn't seem to grow at all. Pine nuts. Plants. And we'll cut down another tree. Chop, chop, chop. And plant another one. Or, no, didn't get any seed from that. Okay. Give me that seed. Plant it here instead. There we go. Now, let's go get ourselves some rocks, I guess. Oh, let's grab another seed here. I'll plant that as well. Plant there. And now, hammer time. Okay, some rocks and some, I guess, copper. And this is probably rock and tin. I'm guessing, because it doesn't immediately label them. Anyway, rocks, collecting. I'm surprised it's going so smoothly with just a hammer. Okay, so there's nothing down there, I don't think. How about on the other side? No, it doesn't look like... Oh, I see some down there. Good thing there's no fall damage. Oh, random shell. Break, break, break. Break, break, break. Okay, let's see what we can make. We'll just finish collecting all these rocks first. Ko is exhausted. She needs to rest to get her energy back. I don't know where my stamina is at. Oh. I passed out. And ended up back up here, I guess. Breaking news? I mean, I am definitely breaking, yep. Okay, can't make any of this stuff. So we'll craft ourselves a well. I don't have enough wood? Really? I thought I gathered enough already. Okay, I'll just cut down more trees, I guess. I don't know where my stamina is actually at, because it might just be hidden by chat or something. It's in the top left-hand corner, isn't it? Yeah, that's absolutely hidden by chat right now for me. I can't see it. Okay, we'll plant a pine nut here. And we'll clear out... Oh, need a better hammer to clear out the rocks. Really? They're just basic rocks though, aren't they? Oh, let's build ourselves our well now, I guess. Place the well here. Thank you, mountain. Thank you, tree. Hope you like this well I made. Let's water everything. It's my favorite part. Maybe we won't just lose the... Really? This is a lot of work, but it's worth it. I wonder if there are other islands like mine. Wish I could visit them. But the fountain provides no fuel now, and the boat is still broken. Never mind. I'll go to the beach and collect the seashells gifted to me by the tides of Mara. Why am I so bad at watering plants? Like, look at this. We're just leaking the water everywhere. Oranges! Okay, I'm gonna get ourselves some shells. That are allegedly along the shore here somewhere. Oh, I think I saw something there. Interesting. Okay, got ourselves some shells. Oh, there's another one there. And is this another fishing spot? Kay once told me how she used to go collecting shells with a friend of hers. Okay. Koa's exhausted. Did I seriously burn all my stamina already? My seagulls could have at least helped me. But all the seagulls are lazy. Okay, I have to check. Okay, I guess the stamina is in the top left-hand corner. I just haven't been seeing it at all. I gotta adjust this. One sec. See if I can actually do this. Move chat down. Move recent events up a bit. Hopefully this will work better. Oh, still the food thing covered up, I guess. Not quite as well as I hoped. Let's move recent events back. Chat down a bit more. Okay, that should be fine now. Now I can actually see my stamina. The tools I can kind of just wing because I can see them. I wonder what the food, like the apples there are for. Is that how much food I... Oh, I'm running out of... Okay. Just there's hunger. It's a good thing I can see that now. Because I could not before. Let's try eating some of these berries, see if I can do anything with that. Did that do anything? Use. Okay, this is also restoring my stamina. Good to know, good to know. Okay, so we got ourselves some shells. Something fascinating will happen soon. What? That's concerning. Does sprinting burn my stamina? Doesn't look like it. Oh, it does, but very slowly, I think. Okay. Yeah, I used to say there's a stable for sheep, but I've never seen one. Okay. Let's go, do the thing with the thing. And by that I mean probably go to sleep, I guess. Soonish. Collect a few more shells first. just in case. Oh, another fishing spot. Any more ore here? I thought there was. Thought I passed out before mining it. Doesn't look like it though. Guess I got everything. Okay, back up we go, I guess. It's time to sleep and hope something interesting happens. Just go over here. Up here. And there's our house. The little sign with the chicken on it. It's still cute. Okay, sleep time. Did something interesting happen? What's that by the beach? Maybe a ship? Go to the beach and figure out what that bright light is. Okay. We'll get our axe out just in case. No. I had noticed the wharf or the pier also broke. Oh. What's that in the water? Ah, okay. Oh, what a beautiful light. Little light, come little light. Don't be afraid. You lost? Can I help you? Come on, don't be shy. It's gone. Oh well, I guess that's it. I'm sure Neo and Now know something about the light I saw at night. They see everything from above. Although I should first bring them a food offering. Hope some oranges will be enough. Bring a food offering to the statues of Neo and Now. Luckily I have a ton of oranges. No, no! Don't destroy that! Why? Why is it the first thing you try to do? Is it because I had the axe? Okay, I think those are all watered. Now let's go up to, oh, let's grab some more oranges, actually. No reason not to. And we'll go make an offering to the statues, which say nothing. And we'll just jump our way up. Because it's much faster. Oh, he's even put an offering dish here. Perfect. 5 oranges? Hope you like it. You're not all that talkative, are you? Neo, Now, I'm worried. I saw a light in the middle of the sea. I don't know what it means, but it might not be good. Hope you'll keep watch from up here. If you see anything, you know, or if you see anything, you know what to do. Although I should light the fire. It hasn't been lit for a long time. I'll light the fire. It's already lit. I've already lit the fire. Okay, torch. We'll light the fire again. That's it. I'm sure you can see everything better now. It's been a long time since I lit this flame. It's been lit for 3 days now. Something fascinating will happen soon. I guess it's time for more sleep. 5 oranges. Why do they need 5 oranges for this? Greedy statues, that's what they are. I'll just light these. Any more oranges I can collect? Does not look like it. Let's check what our fish... not a fish. Raw copper, stone, and ambiguous metal. Okay. So it wasn't tin. I guess it's time to go sleep now. Not much else I can do. I mean, everything's just sort of happening. Okay, sleep time. Will something interesting happen? There's the light again. It seems to be closer. I'll take a look. Return to the beach and figure out the source of that light. Take out my axe again. It doesn't seem closer to me. It seems about the exact same distance it was before. Little light, come, please. I want to help you. I'm sure you're lost. Nobody else has come to this island. Little light. Wow, what a whimsical light. Well, I better go to sleep. That was... Oh. Okay, back to the house, I guess, automatically. Let's not try to tear apart the well this time. Can we water these already, please? Oh, I need to harvest them, that's why. Okay. Sure. Guess I'll just harvest these. Dun, dun, dun. And I'll plant some carrots. Because why not? And more carrots. And more carrots. And there we go. Now I can water them. That worked out surprisingly well, actually. Yep, all watered. And I don't know if I have any tasks to do. Talk with Napopo to get the next mission. Who's Napopo? Where's Napopo? Oh. What? Why? Okay, I need to jump up there. Hello? Were you yesterday's little light? You lost? Maybe you don't understand me. Are you alone? Are you hungry? Of course. Don't worry, I'll bring you some delicious juice. Don't starve to death, please. I'll be right back. Bring it some orange juice, I guess. I'll do some more fishing, though. S. There's one fish. A. Okay. Oh. Another fish. There aren't any big fish left, so I'll wait for the smaller ones to grow. Ah, so there's a limit to how much fishing you can do. Okay. Well, let's get ourselves some orange juice. Kitchen orange juice. Why does this need a carrot? Oh well, it's done. Is it because carrots are also orange? Because that's kind of a weird reason. Alright, let's jump out to that rock. There we go. Here you go. Hope it's not too acidic. Okay, I used to add some sugar cubes, so I ran out of those. Do you need anything else? Can't you speak? Come on, try it. Say Koa. I'm Koa. Maybe you don't understand me. You do understand me. That's good. We have to find a way to communicate. I know. You could draw. Do you know how to draw? Smile if you do. I'm sure my wax crayons are somewhere on the island. Maybe they're inside Yaya's chest. I know I shouldn't rummage around in there. However, this is an emergency. This could easily be solved with a stick and some dirt. You don't need the crayons. We won't have any paper anyway. Well, whatever. We'll give it a shot. We'll check the chest for some crayons. Okay, chest over here. A lot of my paintings are in here. And old stuff. Here are some of Yaya's notes. An address and a name are written down. Sign me, Lighthouse of Qualis. Or Kalis, I guess. I don't know how to pronounce that. I don't know who this is. There are more names, but they're crossed out. Whatever. Let's see. Ah, here are the crayons. I have to make a board to draw on. Maybe with a plank of wood. I need 2 crayons on a board. Seriously though, this is single use, whereas the dirt would be infinite use. Well, whatever. Workshop. Board. I need more wood. Chopping trees gives me wood. Okay. No seeds to plant, though. Oh well. Guess I'll have to live with it. Any of these gonna give me seeds? No. Apparently not. Oh, this one will, though. So I'll plant that. And let's go make our crayon board. Just gotta go to the house with our flying fish flag and board. And there we go. We've got ourselves a board. Board certified board. Gotta get back out to the island. The little rock. Okay, now we have everything ready. Great. Now let's see. I have so many questions I don't know where to start. Okay, do you like chocolate? Poor certified board. It just drew a picture of itself. Okay, that's good. Are you lost? Crying. Oh, that's sad. Do you know how to get back home? Meaning, you know how to get back, but you can't? It's the same sad face. Oh no, I'm sorry. Why can't you go back? Did somebody hurt you? I'm sure we can figure it out. Or you can stay here and live with me. I don't have chocolate. I do have all the orange juice you could want. Nope, not okay with this. Oh, don't you want to stay? What do you want to do? Boat. Fix the boat. I can't take you with the boat. It doesn't work. I can't get off the island. I could fix the boat, but there's no fuel. The fountain is dry. You? You can do something about the fountain? Let's go check it. By the way, what's your name? Smiley face. Of course. Your name is Napopo. How did you figure that out? Okay, go to the fountain. I'll go for the deposit. It should be on the boat. How did you figure that out? How did you figure out Napopo's name from a smiley face or a frowning face? Like, really? Okay, we'll open the chest. Alright, let's go deal with that, I guess. Okay. Oh, the ore's back. Or the rocks are back. This is nice. Eating up all of our stamina, but it's nice. Okay, and it's back apparently. I'm standing on their head. Wow, that was pretty. Popo, who are you? Tree. Old man. You. Crying. Goblin version of me. Oh, I'm so sorry. That means people hurt your family. We will find them and they'll see. I'm going to fix the boat and we'll go find them. First, make new oars. Then patch up the holes. And last, decorate the deck. Hey, Popo, what do you think? Let's go get wood. We're gonna fix ourselves the boat. And make some oars. Fix Yaya Haku's boat. Okay, I guess we'll get ourselves the fuel first. I filled the tank. There's not as much as there seemed to be in the past, but we've got some. I can't take these flowers. Oh well, let's go fix ourselves the boat. By getting a ton of wood, I guess. Actually, let's see. What do we need for the boat? 6 wood and 2 oars. And what do we... Wait. I can make a new chicken coop? I don't have any nails, though. Okay. I can't fix the pig pen, though. Okay, what else do we need? Oars. Of course, in the workshop. I'm gonna need a ton of wood. Just cut down all the trees, I guess. Actually, let's see. Food I can make. I can't make grilled fish. I can make blackberry juice and orange juice. But is it worth it? We're gonna find out. Let's see. 1.5 and 1. So it's not worth it to make these juices. At all. Oh well, tree cutting time. Cut, 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 cut. I'm buying bits so I can cheer, but my card won't let me. Oh, that's a shame. I mean, I appreciate the thought at least. Hopefully it's not an issue with your actual credit card, though. More tree cutting. Alright. Did you want to redeem a sound alert with the bits, or were you just going to cheer with the bits anyway? Because I know I've got some sound alerts you can use bits for. I don't recall exactly what the sound alerts are right now, though, because it's been a while since I set them. You can buy it with it if it's on Philippine currency. Okay. Does... I thought Twitch auto-converted afterwards, but I don't know how that works, actually. Cutting down so many trees. We're gonna leave the island soon, so we gotta cut down as much as we can. Can I actually plant any seeds? No. This only took, what, 3 days for the trees to grow? Yeah, that's odd that won't let you. At least we know it's not an issue with your actual credit card, it's just an issue with Twitch, right? So that's at least a plus there. Let's eat some blackberry juice. Okay, I think I've got enough wood now. So we'll see if we can actually make ourselves our boat. Our boots. Wouldn't let you buy subs either. That's a shame. I appreciate the support though. It's good to know that you are enjoying the stream enough to actually want to do that. Okay, 2 boards. 2 oars. Don't know why we need the oars. Well, I guess as an emergency thing, but considering we've got fuel for the boat, seems a bit excessive or redundant. Okay. Let's build ourselves the boat. Oh, just option to build right here. Everything is ready to set sail. Napopo, are you ready? Boat. We first have to check if all the field crops have been watered. And pick up the seashells on the western beach. I think I should plant new trees as well. Not sure if Neo and Now have enough food. I have to check that every seagull is comfortable in their nest. What's wrong? This island needs a lot of attention. What if I leave and something happens to me? I don't know, Napopo. I'm a bit scared. That's me. I know that, since I'm with you. But do you know the place we're heading to? Kalis? I don't know who the Saimi is, the one who Yaya used to write to. What are we going to do out there? I don't think that Yaya Haku would let me go. Especially since a lot of streamers were just noisy sometimes. Yeah, I know there's a lot of reactions to some streamers. I guess I'm pretty calm, mostly. Although I know I have my moments as well. Okay, guide me. I'll follow your instructions. We have to return to my island and take care of it from time to time. I got a basic backpack. And I can build the pier finally. Let's build the pier. I need 8 wood. Really? I don't have enough wood yet? Okay. Let's cut more trees. There's days when the noise is overwhelming, so to speak. Yeah, I understand. Sometimes you just want things to be kind of quiet and calm. Like, especially if you've had like a stressful day, you don't want to come home and listen to someone screaming online. Probably. I mean, there might be a way of you venting your own frustrations as well. Just having something sort of calming might be nice. Oh, and we passed out. Next day. The well is run dry. It needs rainwater. Really? I usually watch streams during my study hours, though. Yeah, having screaming in the background during study hours would probably not be helpful. How do I get more water? Okay. Do I need to build a new well just to get more water? That's rather rough. Okay, let's just eat some oranges. You're the only streamer I actually actively enjoy talking to be honest, outside my friend group. That's really nice to know. I'm glad you enjoy talking to me during the streams. And I'm glad that I can provide you some background listening while you're streaming. Or, well, not while you're streaming, while you're studying. Okay. Let's build a new well, I guess, and hope that that... Okay, I need another bucket. Workshop bucket. Let's build one. Someone's when you clean too. Well, I'm glad I'm good background listening at least. I can't believe I needed to build a new well in order to get more water, because it didn't rain. Okay, do we have enough wood for the pier? Probably not, because I built that new well. Oh, I need 8 boards. Okay. That's a lot of wood. Workshop board. Well, I guess we're probably not going to get that pier anytime soon. Well, there's quite a few trees up there I can cut down. So let's go chop, chop, chop. Oh wow, I can't actually cut these. That's not helpful, unfortunately. Can't even cut the fallen tree. I just like these torches. And that one there. Need to get food to those as well. They've got their food though. They've got 5 oranges. Okay, still need more wood. So let's figure that out. I guess I could cut down some of these orange trees, but I don't really want to. Looks like there's a tall tree behind the house still. So let's go cut that down. Oh, and it's got a seed as well. Which I do need. Are you playing on Switch or... I got the game on Steam because it's actually 60% off. I think it's on sale for at least another week. So the moment I saw that, I bought the game pretty much. I was originally playing the demo on the Switch though. Because I had the Switch with me and not my computer when I was out of town. Oh, let's cut down this tree as well. Okay. Yeah, this game is available at least on the Switch as well. I don't know if it's available on other consoles. Let's see, we've got those. Got some more trees here that are decent size. Not getting any new seeds though, which is concerning. Because it means my tree supply is going to be cut short pretty quick. Oh, the wood's escaping. Okay. Let's go try planting some of these, I guess. Not planting, making boards. Don't know why I said planting. Oh, is exhausted. Needs to rest or eat some of these oranges. Oh, there's Napopo. Just smiling? Okay. Well, let's make ourselves some boards. 7. I got the achievement clumsy for that. I was confused because I heard the switch but not the steam part because internet. That's fair, yeah. I still need one more board. How much wood do I have? 1. Fine, I'll cut down a small tree. There. Now I have enough to actually make the last board. Workshop board. Build. Now let's get ourselves a way to actually get on the boat. Ta-da! And now we gotta sail off to that new town area, perhaps. Navigate. Oh, I can actually sail a boat. Whoa, that's a lot faster than I expected. So where am I going? Where am I actually going? I haven't received any direction. Open sea. I don't know why I'm suddenly really nervous. Is it because of Wind Waker? Loading screen? Where am I? What's going on? Oh? Interesting. Napopo, you have a very good sense of direction. Yes, Dinkum, when I went out into the open sea as well. Could you guide me forever? You're the best. Now maybe we could ask those yayas over there. I've got the controls there, but I can't really see them. Because they're hidden behind my chat. Okay, just forward, backwards, sleep, and leave the boat. Guess we'll... Can we talk to them? No. Can I get back in the boat? No. I can't. Oh, there we go. Can we actually talk to them? Do I need to ram their boat? Okay, I guess this'll work. Can we talk? No? Just standing on top of your boat? Okay. Well, I see this is going well. How about these ones? Nope. That was an abrupt turn. This is a nice looking island. Let's arrive at the port, I guess. In here? No, we'll go over to the wooden section there, I guess. This is fine. Hello. Wow. You are Yayas. What are you talking about, kid? Oh, I clipped through. I am Noho, and this is Caleb. We know no Yaya. Yes, you are. You're like my grandma. Your grandma is a Credo? But my grandma is Yaya Haku. I don't know Quito. We are Quito. Am I Quito? That's a good question. You see, some years ago I met a teen girl like you. She was young and strong. She liked to swim very much. She swam through 2 seas. It was further than the storm belt, of course, where the sea is no longer called Mara. The thing is, the 2 seas were connected by a great coral reef. We said that the squid Quitos live there. Half Quito, half squid. They didn't have legs, only tentacles. Are you lost? A bit. This is Carlos, right? I'm looking for a woman, Saimi. I think she lives in the lighthouse. The tide started to rise and the other tow was terrible. The girl couldn't get out of the water. And then she noticed something was dragging her foot. Yes, she's the lady of the lighthouse. Alas, she made it to the shore. Barely made it. But she had tentacle marks all over her leg. And the sea was calm. So if you were born on Ku, you were Quito. Although you don't look like one. That's good to know. Thank you. I'll head to the lighthouse and ask. Guess we're heading up to the lighthouse. And we can also open the Kalis map from the main menu. You will study again. Hopefully the studying is going well. I picked up some plastic, I guess, or bottles. I never heard anything good about the shop. It's closed. Only open between 10 and 16. New bait? It's going, period. Well, at least you are studying. Hello. Commerce. I can sell stuff to him. Or I can buy stuff, I guess. I could definitely do with some more seeds, but I'll leave that for now. Child, the crab mail service is broken. I don't know what a crab mail service is. The mail crabs. They take letters from one place to another. You must have seen them. They've always been so efficient. Until the last batch. The younger ones keep getting lost. Do you see some of the letters? Would you mind reading them to check if they're important? Aren't they private? Don't worry. People from here don't care too much about others reading their letters. Besides, if it's only you reading them, then it's not a problem at all. As long as Edigan the banker doesn't find out. Why Edigan? He is terribly nosy. He's an adorable kid just a few years ago. But now, he left for the mainland to study. A pretty nice university, they say. University of Economics in Kant. After that, his father opened the bank on the island for him. And that's it. He lives off the fat of the land now. I didn't tell you anything. That Edigan is quite a gossip. Okay, alright, I'll check the letters of the mail crabs that I find. Yeah, for now there should only be 5 of them. Then we'll see. I guess I gotta find some letters as well. Also, my goal is clearly this fish shop that's closed. Can I go on this? I can, but I'm not supposed to. Can't go in there. Yeah, I can't go in there at all. Let's see. Hey girl, do I have something in my face or what? Sunglasses. You've got sunglasses on your face. Do you like my King of the Pirates costume? Really? A One Piece reference? Okay. Oh, and I fell in the water. I can see my stamina gauge there is now well now. Come on, there we go. Plastic bottles, take them. Oh, I can break these as well. I don't know what I'm getting out of them. Was that stone? Koa's exhausted. She needs to rest, get her energy back. Let's go back to our boat and do that. It's a bit of a slow walk here. Alright, sleepy time. Sleep in the boat. Ah, there's a limit to our fuel as well. Come on, right in the water again? Okay, that's... Oh, really? Let me in. Let's turn to make this work better. Okay, this is fine. the fish shop isn't open yet. Should open soon, though. It really is just giving me stone from those barrels, isn't it? This place is a lot more developed than our little island was. I look divine in this light. To my right? No, to my right. I can't believe she ditched me. Oh, look, a dog. I don't have any food for it. It eats apples for some reason. I'm going to find a guitarist and drummer and start a band. Lots of random stray dogs around. Can't enter out of any of these houses. Someday he'll be a great sailor. I want to be a pirate. Essential thing is studying to become rich, like the banker of the city. I see. Okay, M opens the map and shows where everyone is. Don't know who Pilly or Bram is, but... I see we have to go a long way around in order to actually get to the lighthouse. Or climb up some rocks, I guess. Is probably the faster way. Let's go check out the fish shop first, because there's a quest marker here. Go away, Koa. I'm losing money with you standing here. Wait, it's that guy? Apparently it is. I don't have any money. Boat model. Okay. So you can get different kinds of boats. That's interesting. And diving goggles. Interesting. So that means we can probably go underwater later as well. Oh, there's a car as well. Where's my room key? Do you want to spend the night for 40 coins? No. I don't have any money. My uncle should be here unloading these boxes, but he's disappeared. I don't have a good enough hammer to break that random barrel. Hey kid, buy something or go away. This person sells resources, I guess. Raw silver. Interesting. Flower pot base. This person sells fish. And this person sells seeds and fruits. So different cooking stuff, I guess. Okay. There's a lot of houses on the island, but so far it feels a little barren just because I can't interact with very much. I'm assuming that's probably going to change in a bit, but I don't know to what extent. Okay, what's on the beach here? Not too much. Oh, there's a person here I can talk to. It's Brown. Hi, I'm Koa. Maybe you can help me with something. Hello, I'm Bram. Yeah. Are you okay? No. It's just... I think I messed up. With what? My uncle is opening his establishment soon and we need supplies. So I ordered some corn at the market, but... they only brought me corn seeds. It's a disaster. The corn comes from the corn seeds, so I don't see a problem here. I don't have any place to plant them. If you give them to me, I'll bring you the corn. For real? Of course. That would be awesome. My Uncle Taka is nice, but he's also strict. I don't know how he would react. Thank you very much, brr. You're welcome, brr. 2 corn seeds. Gotta bring him 4 corn. That's gonna be a while. There's a crab. Doing a terrible job of delivering the mail. Look, Ganon and Luna Boona. You made it in the game, meow? My perfect kitties. Love Mommy Blush Wolf. Okay. I don't know what to say about that. I read one of the letters at least, I guess. Oh, I can't even move the ball. It's just stuck to the ground. If a wave destroys my sandcastle, I'll get very angry. What if I stomp on it? I could actually jump up on top of that, couldn't I? Let's see. Oh, I guess not. Anything else on the beach? Oh, I see another crab. Let's see what this one has. Hope that one day I'll reminisce and remember this game as being one of the best experiences of my... I grew up loving a few games, and I haven't felt that same feeling in a while. I have big hopes. Okay. Did I get a lollipop from that? Also, I'm guessing the messages from the crabs are... I guess the messages from the crabs are messages from people that helped fund the game. Perhaps? Okay, let's see. Oh, worms. We'll grab those. That boat has water in it. I don't think it's supposed to. Okay, grab that as well. Anything around the corner here? Oh, some more trash to collect. I got 6 apple cores. And here's another crab. I've stolen myself from the world, and I'm waiting for sweet love. Did I just get 5 leaves from that? Oh, there's some ore up here. Okay. Any more crabs around? Not that I'm immediately seeing. Well, I've gotten 3 out of 5 so far, at least. Oh. Fishing spot as well. There's a random kid here, I guess, or an adult. They come here to feed the fish every day. What's this blue squirrel thing? Oh, look, a rabbit. It's all like hippy hoppity, get off my property. Well, there's 2 of them. Which are running out of stamina chasing those rabbits. I got milk somehow. Candy, juice. Consume some carrots, I guess. That should be fine. I'll need to find a way to increase my stamina. Okay. So we've got... what's going on here? I'd rather take pictures from here than walk all the way up to the lighthouse. What am I going to do without a job? Ah, reality. Okay. Oh, sort of auto walk there. So the town is pretty sparse, I guess. Oh, vending machine? I don't have enough money. Also got a little gacha thing as well. I'm not seeing the bank around either. I wonder if I'm just missing it or if it's just not around. Unless it's just random NPC dialogue. Oh, little garden area. Okay. I can harvest this. It's not my stuff, but I'm harvesting it anyway. I'm gonna plant the corn here. Or so I say, but I can't. What am I actually stealing here? Fertilizer? Okay, well, I guess I can't plant stuff here. I can only steal the crops. Whoever owns this area. Little secret farm. Okay. I can't jump on top of the houses either. Is that a fountain over there? What is that? You see that, right? What is that? It's just water appearing out of nowhere and spraying up over the town. Okay. I'm going to assume that's a bug until I'm told otherwise. How about over here? Nothing? Oh, random person. I love this shirt. It's so cool. Oh, an apple. 2 apples. Okay. Does that mean I can plant some apples on my island now? Hoping it does. Oh, there's another vending machine there. Oh, is that a playground? Let's go check that out. I'm gonna take a ride on the swing. Watch me. When's my turn? The park is very quiet. I don't like it. Really? I figured a quiet park would be nice. But I guess it also kind of feels abandoned if it's too quiet. Okay. Thought this guy had a pumpkin for a head. But apparently not. Anywhere else around that's interesting? Well, I guess I can go back down to the water over there. I'm guessing that's the banker's house up there with the fence around it. Let's see. A park, a couple houses. The lighthouse over there, and oh, more apples. Whatever that is. Alright, let's go check out, starting off from the overlook over here, and then we'll go along the shore towards the bank, and then south towards the lighthouse. Should be a fine route. There's something on top of that rock. I don't know what that is. An owl. Okay. There's also a little campsite here. There's someone living on the... Well, I stole their food anyway. So, you know, too bad for them, I guess. Oh, there's a shack up here. Okay. Why are you up here? Oh, this is more fuel, isn't it? And I passed out. And woke up just further down the shoreline, I guess. Oh, it's this person. There's no time to waste. They sell sleeping bags. But I don't have anything to actually get myself some money, so... Yeah, I've got nothing. Let's go back up to, Napopo? Let's go back to where Friendly Friend is. Up here. Burning all of our stamina running. And then up these rocks. Yeah, I think this is more fuel. It is. I filled the tank. Okay, so we get more fuel up here, which is nice. Makes traveling a lot easier. I see the Guardian statues are something different than they were on my island as well. Let's see what the food I got was. Fish soup. Interesting. I'll eat some carrots. Gotta keep that stamina up. Walk over the fire and not get lit on fire, I guess. Should be 2 more crabs around as well. We'll see if we can catch sight of them. No owl anymore. Okay. And there's presumably the banker's house. Okay, the map doesn't reflect that new shop guy, I guess. Gonna run around the edge here real quick. Not seeing anything down the cliff. Oh. A random dirt patch. Okay. So there's not too much down here, I guess. So we'll go see if we can get inside the fence. And we can't jump over it. I mean, we've got the height for it, we just can't jump over it. I don't know what that sign says, but apparently it's do not enter. It's definitely do not enter. No solicitors, no intruders. That's rude. Yep, that's definitely the bank house. Wait. The statues kind of look vaguely like possibly the villain person from the opening animation. But I'm not sure if it's that person or just the random person that had the sword that it showed. The pirate person. Anyway, ore gathering. Oh, a sign. A not helpful sign. Let's check out... Let me guess, no trespassers? Went to my parents' house. I'll be back soon. Sorry for the inconvenience. Oh, she's not here. Guess we're going up to the lighthouse then. What's along this shore? Or this side, rather? Is that a water tower? I think it's a water tower. Can I climb it? I cannot. Oh, I see a beach. I'm going down. Oh, there should be some crabs here, right? Collecting all these random shells. And the trash. Any more crabs? No? Okay. Guess I'll just take the path back up then. Oh, rocks. Don't know what all this copper is going to be for, but I've got some at least. Oh, some more metal. Let's see, up here. Some more metal to burn out all my stamina. Oh, this is silver. Okay. Let's consume the fish soup. I filled up almost all my stamina all at once. Don't know where the path goes, but I'm assuming it's probably to the water tower again. And some more metal and copper. The classics of any of these kinds of video games, just mining random things, gathering random junk, and trying not to burn out all of our stamina immediately. I cannot see any more crabs. They're probably hidden around the island somewhere. And this is the lighthouse. And that's more apples. And silver, of course, and metal. Break that. And that. Let's see. Oh, that's a giant hand there. That's kind of cool. I wonder what that's for. I'll have to check that out later. There's a lot of metal around the lighthouse as well. A mailbox. Apparently she just sells food. Seems like a kindly old granny. I got an achievement, The Lady in the Lighthouse. Is Simey here? Who are you? I want to talk to Simey. Where are your manners? Don't bother me if it's nothing important. It looks like it's not going to work. What if I ask the Credo to the harbor? She's clearly the person. Behave with everyone on the island or else. That was such a waste. What was the point of that? I'm so rude that I can't actually talk to the person in the lighthouse. Okay, back down to the shore we go. Still no crabs around, I guess. Not sure where they're hiding at. Oh, well, let's... Oh, I can't jump over that, really? We'll go around. Okay. Can these guys... Oh. Recycle. I don't know what the point of that was, but okay. Hello. Hello again. Hey, the lady doesn't want to talk to me. That's because you can't go around with manners like those. I once met a man who was a butler. He lived in a huge house. He took good care of his master. It's not that I agree with those kinds of things. But he found a yum-yum in the dining room of the house. Thing is, he didn't scream and he didn't become unsettled. He just dealt with the situation. Do you know how? No! Me neither. That's a secret. He didn't want to tell me. So what do I do? Go and ask, kid. Okay. How do you know anything about a lady called... hey, do you know anything about a lady called Simey? I'm sorry, we are merchants. If you don't give us something in exchange, our mouths are sealed. Well, not completely. That's true. Because I once met a couple along the shores of Orestia that... Okay, I get it. Look, I need some thread. Take some cotton seeds. I'll tell you how to obtain it after you harvest it. Bring me thread and we'll be able to tell you something else. Alright, I guess it's time to go home and make some more crops. Okay, I guess we're headed out. Charge! Alright, headed home. Open sea. And we're back. Home Island. Now what's on here? Let's check out that barrel. It's a board. get back in the boat. Actually, is there anything else around? I see a fishing spot. I see some more rocks I can mine. I see some shells. Some... Oh, are those eggs? Gotta check that out. If I can get up there. I think I can. I can. Got ourselves some eggs. Okay, navigate again. What else is around the island? Another fishing spot. The barrel. Let's go grab that. And that's rocks, I guess. And I don't see any crabs here, unfortunately. Guess we'll just have to awkwardly park our boat. Awkwardly. Good enough. Yeah, that's fine. This is fine. Oh look, Napopo. What's wrong? Are you hungry? Oh, it's that. I guess I'm gonna make you some juice or something. It's really healthy. Have you ever tried juice? It's really good. I used to hate it, but now I love it. Make some blackberry juice. I don't have any. Already consumed it all. Okay. Let's gather that. And that. Didn't realize how important stamina would be while just wandering around. Gather our carrots. And more carrots. And even more carrots. And we'll place corn on this side. Harvest this as well. And corn. And cotton on the other side. Cotton. And cotton. Oh, this is fertilizer. Take manure. Okay, we've actually got some. And I'll water these real quick. All watered up. Of course, I can't fill up the well with the water either. Workshop, kitchen. Blackberry juice. Let's go talk to Napopo and then go to sleep. Napopo. Okay, down there. Don't you run away from me. Happy face board. And really fresh, by the way. Yeah, always made it for me. Do you have a yaya? Oh, shoot, I'm sorry. Don't worry. I'll help you with anything you need. Blackberry juice given. So what quest do I actually have right now? Advanced quest with the cohort to continue. Find 5 male crabs. Plant the corn seeds and give them a few cobs. And obviously making the thread, which I've apparently already completed. Oh well, we'll go to sleep. I wonder how I save the game. Is it by sleeping? Oh, it's raining, finally. Seriously, finally. Is that a mushroom? Okay, mushroom. Interesting. More mushrooms. Wonder why I hadn't seen these before. Actually, while I'm here, I should see if I can plant these apples. Take that. I can. I'm gonna plant some apple trees around. Apple? I'm guessing the mushrooms appeared because of the rain. Plant that there. There we go. What else can I build? Nothing important. I'm just thinking, when I was cutting down all those trees earlier, it probably would have been faster if I just wrecked some of these fences. Oh, can I break that? No. Better hammer. Oh. Okay. We'll need to do some stuff. We can deliver the thread, I guess. I can also just sort of sleep through the day and get some more stuff like that. Which might be the better idea, actually, just sleeping through the day. So let's give it a shot. Sleep. Okay, we'll need to water these crops again. Done pretty easily. Oh, there's the corn all done, I guess. That was fast. We'll just harvest the corn. There's 4, and here's the other 4. Real easy. And we may as well plant some cotton seeds as well. And I'll water those too. I don't know what that timer above this is. Is it number of days or is it number of in-game hours? I think it's days. But it also went faster than... Like it said 5 or 6 initially, but it went in 3 in-game days. So I don't know what it's actually counting. Either way, we're getting enough stuff for plenty of yarn. Or plenty of thread. Maybe so I could fill these buckets with water from like the pond or something. Okay, well, that's done, I guess. Seeing lots of fruit around, so I'll gather those real quick. Don't have enough nails for building the coop. Obviously, because I can't build nails. Hopefully I'll get some soon. Let's talk to Napopo. I'm gonna check the time. Okay, I've been playing for about 2 hours now. Let's see. I'll make some more thread, I guess. Oh, I can make plenty of thread, can't I? I'll make 2. That should be fine. No new tools I can make. Yeah, we're off to the mainland again. Actually, I wonder if it can even be called the mainland. It's just another island. We'll grab these seeds first, actually, so I can plant some more trees. Because I definitely burned through most of the stock of trees I had around the island when I was trying to fix the boat. Okay, I see another tree with a seed down there, but first, hit that one. Nice if I build like a little grove or something, just of trees. So let's give that a shot, perhaps. Hopefully I can plant them all together. Okay, more seeds. And this one has seeds as well, I believe. It does. 2 of them. Very nice. And now we'll plant all of these back here. Oh, this one has seed as well. And this one too. I think that compensates for all the trees I cut down. Okay, pine nut there. And pine nut. I'll put this one here. Another one there. And this one will go here. Careful with obstacles. Oh, I see there's a limit to how many trees I can plant on the island as well. 19 of 36. Interesting. I guess it's just a resource limit, but it's an odd one. I can't say I expected it. Especially when other games just sort of go crazy with the number of trees around the islands. Let's go, yeah, go ahead and plant as many as you want. But I guess it's because there's more that the game actually has to kind of handle. Because there's multiple islands and stuff. Then again, Stardew doesn't really have that issue, does it? Oh well. I don't know what the reason for that is, but it's interesting. Now let's take our ship and leave. Hop on, and away we go. The ship is really fast. So let's see how long it takes for the island to vanish. Not that long, actually. And here we are. You see, I see there's a fishing spot over here, so I want to check that out. So I can't deny being curious about it. Like, why is there a fish on the upper corner of the map? So let's see what it is. It's... okay. Interesting. Okay. So it's sort of like deep sea fishing, I guess, is the idea. Actually, are there any more islands with crabs on them around here? That's kind of a good question in itself. Just do a quick lap around the island, I guess. Lots of ships floating around, at least. Not that I can interact with them. Because we might remember how that went. Where I just jumped on one and couldn't really do very much. Okay. Nothing around here. Guess it really was just the 3 crabs I found. Maybe the last 2 then. This is mildly inconvenient. I guess I'm not gonna have any luck with that. Well, we'll just dock back where we were before, I guess. Might as well. Oh, stuck on the rock here. And here we go. Although it's not much like it, this really does kind of remind me of Wind Waker. Alright, let's go off here. That's easy. I might have crashed it a bit. Oh, right, I have to talk to them. Here it is. You're not going to find better thread anywhere on the island. We get on well, child. Now you're ready for the grand revelation. What? The woman you are looking for is in the lighthouse. Caleb already told me that. Well, that's it. Anything else? Nothing, that's all. Isn't it enough? But take this for the inconvenience. Thank you, old man. Who are you calling old? Me. Caleb is not old. He's an experienced Guido. And now what? You can ask the people in the city about the woman of the lighthouse. They might know how to make her open the door. Oh, I got paid! I need a novel, apparently. Okay. Okay. I don't know how to get that novel. I'm going to guess it's a reward for the corn. So let's go give that guy the corn real quick, I guess. There's also a chance it's something I have to buy, but we'll see if that's the case when I come to it. Hi, brr. I bring the corn. Thank you very much, brr. By the way, I wanted to ask you, do you know the lady from the lighthouse? I need to talk to her. Oh, that lady. Well, I've seen her. At the beach, I think. Collecting seashells on the beach by the lighthouse. She seems sad, I believe. Maybe if you bring her a beautiful seashell, she'll appreciate it. That's a good idea. You let me know when your uncle opens his establishment. Ah, there's still a lot to do. Brr. Good luck. Okay then. They need some ingredients. The ladies of the market are very scary. Do you want me to bring you something? Would you do that for me? Of course, no worries. What do you need? Onions, potatoes, and octopus. Think about making a stew. I want to surprise my uncle. I guess I'm taking care of that. I've got potatoes, I don't have onions, I don't have octopus. Okay, guess I gotta get some seeds. Oh, what's this? Closed due to illness. Hope they get well soon. Oh, the store stands out at least. Okay, let's check out the other shops around here. I love your ears. Thank you, child. I'm not a child. I see. You're an adventurer like myself. Ah, really? Of course. Every adventurer walks barefoot. Really? Because nothing can stop us. I'm Koa, the adventurer. I'm Anzo, the cat child adventurer. A cat child? What's a cat? Well, something like me, but smaller. So, what are you doing here? I'm traveling around the world to gather all possible information. I have a diary that my ancestors created, and I checked to see if everything is still the same. Whoa, that's impressive. Am I in it? Doesn't say anything about a human adventurer, girl. What's a human? You don't know anything, do you? I'll teach you everything you need to know. Come on, ask me for anything. I'm sure it'll be in my diary. Okay. Let's see. You can speak with the lady at the lighthouse. Let's check. Lady. Lighthouse. Aha! She's a lonely lady who lives in the lighthouse. Here it says that it's really difficult to talk to her. She's very polite, doesn't like company very much, and likes maps. Well, I need to talk to her. Look, let's do this. If she likes reading, I'm sure she loves novels. Nobody can turn an adventure novel down. So I'll give you this book to bring to her. That way you might convince her. Really? Thank you very much. You're welcome. From now on, I'll be your adventure mentor. I'll let you know what I need. Just documented a new prospective bird. What does that mean? According to my diary, seagulls are quite sad creatures. But I look at them and I can only see beautiful animals. They shine when the light hits them, and they're always laughing. It's wrote down my way of seeing things. The more perspectives, the better. Do you want something? What are you eating? Do you mean these seeds? These are sunflower seeds. Wow, if I plant them, will sunflowers grow? Yes, but according to my diary, they're not very beautiful flowers. Do you want some anyway? Yes, that way we'll have more perspectives of your diary. Alright, take them. But bring me some of the sunflowers in return. Okay, I'll do that, I guess. They're not selling me seeds I actually need, though. Buy something or go away. They're making some interesting noises. How much is... An octopus is expensive. Considering how little money I have, these prices are absurd. Oh. What do I actually need here? Onion, wasn't it? I'll buy one onion seed. Hopefully that should be enough. And now let's go talk to the lady in the lighthouse. Should be able to do so pretty easily. Now that I have everything. Oh, I see some trash there. Okay, let's go up. We'll just jump our way up. It's easier. And around this side. And up the cliff. Just a hop, skip, and a jump. And here we are. Hello, sorry to bother you. Leave me alone, kid. May the winds of Mara be kind to you. What did you say? May the winds of Mara be kind to you. Who taught you that? No one. Lying is wrong, little one. Okay. Guy from the bank. He's not very kind, to be honest. No, he isn't. Who are you? I didn't talk to the guy from the bank. How did he teach me that? Can we talk? I mean, may I speak with you? Why? I have a novel that might be of interest to you. Is it one of those adventure novels? I have some seashells as well. They better be pretty. The prettiest ones on the island. Okay, come in, but I'm not buying anything from you. These seashells are very beautiful, kid. Yes, ma'am. I found them on the beach. What do you want from me? Well, there was a letter in my house. The name Simon was written on it. Ah, really? Interesting. Is the letter yours? It's my grandmother's. I don't know your grandmother. My grandmother is called Yaya Haku. Haku? But that can't be. Of course it is. But you can't be Haku's granddaughter. Yes, I am. Look, we have the same eyes. Let's see that letter. This is Haku's handwriting. Of course. Look, my eyes. Yes, I remember her eyes. I also remember she was the strongest person in the world. And she didn't like laughing very much. But don't you believe me? Where'd your manners go? I'm sorry. Can I trust you? Of course. First of it all, you must prove you are Haku's granddaughter. She always wore a special flower that only grows on the island. If you lived with her, you'll know where to find it. You may need a new hoe. Ask Caleb for help. He has a little vegetable garden in the harbor. Oh, is that whose vegetables I stole? Give me that flower. At your service, ma'am. I got a new recipe for afternoon tea. And a flower pot. And I gotta get a flower from Yaya Haku's grave. Okay. So now we got a new mission. We gotta find Caleb. Who is the the larger and more better-mannered of the two old guys by the pier there. So let's go talk to him. And not tell him that we stole from his garden. I don't imagine he'd like that very much. Okay. So, Caleb. Hey, Caleb. I need your help. Aha! I've heard that you have a little vegetable garden and that you are very good at taking care of it. Perhaps you could give me a new hoe, as mine is quite old now. No. Well, okay then. But I can teach you how to build one. That would be awesome. Let's make a trade. I need some lettuce and carrots. I could go buy them, but I'd rather not. Don't you trust the supplies from the market? No. Take the seeds. Okay. Well, I guess I'm just... Oh. I can actually interact with Ed again now. The banker is now actually an option. Didn't show him before, so I had no clue where he was. Also, the map is not accurate. Because, I mean, this person, it says they're up on the north, but they're clearly right here. So Edigan's place should be the next section over? There's no way it's this big place with a planet on top of it, is it? It is. Okay, I guess we'll be sleeping on our boat then. And I guess that tent is probably where our adventurer friend, the cat child, is staying. Alright, let's go back to our boat and sleep. Just a long walk back. Actually, if I'm going to do this, I may as well go back to the island as well. Could plant some crops. Don't need to sleep so soon. Alright, let's head out. Full speed ahead. We'll get some more fuel now as well. Because luckily the fuel is free. Part of me is slightly disappointed that we can't just travel the open sea like we could in Wind Waker. But it's definitely easier for navigation like this. So it's not too strong of a complaint. Alright, let's park here. And now for some seed planting. Oh, we've got plenty of seeds growing there as well for the trees. It looks like a lot more from a distance than it is actually up close. Okay, let's plant lettuce. And onion. And sunflower. I'll water those real quick and go to sleep. Should be good. Yep, all good. I just need to burn through the last of this water. Sleepy time. I really am hoping the sleep is an autosave, because it has not been telling me if it is or not. Okay, watered. And now time for more sleep, I guess. The crop growing is super fast. Because sleeping seems to be completely penalty free right now. And there is some of our crops grown really quick. And the well has run dry. So So I'll water these. Definitely made a mistake of not grabbing the cotton first. Oh well. I'll plant more sunflower seeds. And I'll water them. And now for more sleep. And yay, it's raining. I'll harvest these. And we'll plant more sunflower seeds. And we'll harvest these. And plant more sunflowers. Or not gonna sunflowers, carrots. And we'll grab the onions as well. And we're pretty much done here. I think we can go to the mainland again now. Alright, let's grab all these fruit real quick first. So I've got some stuff to increase my stamina. A lot of traveling back and forth in this game so far. Nice if I had the little workshop in the boat so I could quickly build things. But I can kind of understand the inconvenience of that from a practical standpoint. Those apple trees are still growing as well. Let's grab the bait here. Napopo does not have any new quests. Boat. Let's back off to sea. And I probably should grab some fuel before I regret it. Open sea. Okay. And we're back in Kalis. Kalis? Kalis. Still uncertain on the pronunciation. But I am certain we're done this quest. Here you have the carrots and the lettuce. A good batch for a good man. You talk too much. My grandma used to say that I'm an extrovert. You mean an extrovert? I don't think so. Thanks for the vegetables. I'll prepare the shipments. I can now build a metal hoe. Okay. Oh, he sells different seeds as well for that. I could have just probably bought the onions from him if I had the money. Oh well. Back up here. I can turn in stuff for the Cat Child Adventurer as well. I love sunflower seeds. Whoa. Koa, there's something about pumpkins in my diary. I don't know anything about them, not even what they look like. But I got some seeds. Good, I'll go use some pumpkins then. Okay. I wonder why our positions are reversed there. Usually it's Koa on the left. Go, adventurer, deliver what I gave you. Deliver? You just want me to grow seeds. Oh well, let's check out the bank. Might be something interesting here now. Hello? 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 Little girl, didn't anyone teach you not to bother adults? Hello? I'm Koa. Nice to meet you. But don't bother me. Do you know anything about the lady from the lighthouse? Pardon? I was wondering if you know anything about the lady from the lighthouse. I need information. I'm asking about the island. This is no way to treat a stranger. Well, I never. What a shame. No one has manners anymore. Excuse me, I didn't mean to bother you. Well, you did. You don't ask things like that. You have to introduce yourself and treat the people politely. You ask, how are you, and then wait patiently for an answer. You are a savage. Well, I better get going. No. Now you stay right here. Where are your parents? I don't have any. Very well, then we'll wait for an adult to come. Aren't you an adult? A different adult. What are you doing here on your own? I've already told you. I'm looking for information about the lady from the island. Good, I see you are learning. What do you want to know? I need to talk to her, but she won't pay attention to me. To be fair, she is an extremely busy woman. There are not many people like her left. Could you teach me how to be polite, please? Don't you have parents? I've already told you I don't. My grandma raised me. She didn't do a great job. Hey. Alright. But I don't deal with people who are not customers of this bank. You'll have to open a bank account. The minimum deposit is 50 coins. Where do I get 50 coins, please? You don't use please like that. You get them by selling stuff to other merchants. To the old Queidos on the harbor or at the market, for example. Thank you very much, sir. Well, I've got the money for it, so I'll open a bank account. Even though this was completely pointless because we bypassed this entirely. Did I do it well? What? Well, being polite and stuff. Yes, very well. Oh yeah. Here, I have the money for the bank account. Right. Is it going to be debit or credit account? We have a brand new product with some fantastic benefits. What? I have an investment account that would be perfect for you. Annually, the bank will take 20% of the total deposited amount and invest it for you. I just want to be polite to that lady, please. But the accounts... Not interested. Keep the money. It's alright. That's odd, but it's alright. In order to convince the lady to let you through, I would recommend you using a navy salute. How does it look? May the winds of Mara be kind to you. Wow. That's what my grandma used to say. That should work. But I don't think she'll let you go through just for being nice. We'll see. Kid, get out. You're scaring the customers. Okay, that was the bank. I don't know what to say about that. That ended up being completely pointless. It was entertaining at least, but that was a waste of all of the rest of my money. Okay, what are my quests right now? Buy the necessary ingredients. I still need an octopus. And I need to advance more quests. So let's go deal with the octopus, actually. I think we can do that. Might be able to fish for some. Possibly. Oh, so that was an easy way around. Oh, Lily on the boat. There we go. Octopus were out here, weren't they? Out in the north west corner over here. So let's go check it out. Okay, there's the fishing point there. Go fishing. I got trash. And now we're gonna try to catch some fish. This is probably squid instead of octopus, though. Oh, the string broke. Okay. This is tricky. Oh, come on. That's all my thread. And all of the fish. Cool. That was a great use of my time. I guess I'll need to get some money somehow. We'll try doing what the banker suggested and selling stuff, I guess. Hopefully that will pay. Hopefully. Okay, commerce. I can't sell anything. I don't have... I just don't have this object in my inventory, apparently. Whatever this object is. I don't have anything to sell. How am I supposed to get money? Okay, let's turn in the quest, I guess. No real reason not to. I guess we have to eat as well. So let's do that real quick. Eat, eat, eat. Up here. And up the cliff. Of course. I should probably build the... Oh, I have to build the upgraded hoe, don't I? Here it is. Yep, I have to go build the upgraded hoe. Back down we go, I guess. I don't have any pumpkin seeds, do I? Do I? Oh, I do, okay. That'll make things easier. Time to go back home. Still wondering where those 2 remaining male crabs are, but whatever. Okay. Can't... There we go. And now back home. Adventure awaits! Huzzah! And now we're back home, and it's raining. Home Island. Alright, let's make it to the shore if we can. There we go. And now it's time to make ourselves a new hoe. And we'll plant some seeds as well, pumpkin seeds. Because we can. Oh, they take a long time to make. Metal hoe. I need wood, of course. And we'll make some more thread. Well, let's go get ourselves some wood. By cutting down trees. I don't know how much wood I need, but we'll cut down a couple. Easily done. No, grab all these seeds. I can't walk between these very easily. Okay, one tree seems significantly bigger than the others. Place more pine nuts. Place that one there. And this one we'll place here. I'll cut down this big tree. Should be sufficient. Hopefully. We'll find out real quick anyway. Tool, metal hoe. It is good enough. Now we've got our better hoe. And now we can clear up some... Now we can clear up some of the... Oh, really? Now we can clean up some of this area here. There we go. Pumpkins, plants. Pumpkins, plants. And now time to sleep. Alright, I think I might call it a stream here, actually. Just because I'm kind of getting a bit worn out, I guess. We'll see if we can find someone to raid. Hopefully someone else playing this game. I did not think to make a tab in advance, so we'll check that out real quick. Summer in Mara. It's just me. I am the only English streamer, and there are 5 viewers, all of you here. I'll have to check some of my friends to see what they are streaming instead. So I'll be back in a minute or two. So yeah, just give me a minute and we'll see if we can find someone to raid. Okay, it looks like the person I was considering raiding, they're currently away as well. So I think I might just call it here. But yeah, thanks for joining. Hopefully you enjoyed the stream. If you did and you haven't already, please do follow. Yeah, tomorrow I'll probably be playing Stardew Valley, because it's been far too long since I played that last. So we'll try to make some progress through our first winter. So that's the plans for tomorrow, and hopefully you'll join for that as well. Have a good day, and I'll see you next time.